Thank you, Mr. President. My question is to the Leader of the Government in the Senate, Senator Brandis, representing the Prime Minister. Last Friday, the Japanese government gave notice to the International Whaling Commission that they're going to commence the illegal and barbaric practice of whaling in the Southern Ocean this summer. In 2013, the Environment Minister Greg Hunt said, "We've got blood in the water and a blind eye in Canberra. It's completely unacceptable. Whaling should never be occurring, but for it to occur in Australian waters is an utter failure in Canberra." In 2015, and the harpoon boats are now heading back. What is the Australian government going to do to stop the impending slaughter?
The Leader of the Government in the Senate, representing the Prime Minister, Senator Brandis.
Well, thank you, Senator Whish-Wilson, and thank you very much. It's an important matter, and I'm grateful to you for raising it. The Australian government is very disappointed by Japan's decision to resume whaling in the Southern Ocean this summer, because Australia is, as you know, committed to the protection of whales. That is a position that has been held by both sides of politics since the days of the Fraser government. The government has made representations at the highest level to urge Japan not to resume whaling this year. The science is clear that all information necessary for the management and conservation of whales can, in our view, be obtained by non-lethal methods, and that is a position, as you know, that was endorsed by the International Court of Justice. We will continue our efforts in the International Whaling Commission to promote whale conservation and uphold the global moratorium on commercial whaling. Australia and Japan have a strong and productive relationship despite our differences on this issue. Both governments have consistently agreed not to let our differences on the issue of whaling affect the broader bilateral relationship. But coming immediately to your question, Senator Whish-Wilson, Australia is urging Japan, and has taken the matter up at the highest levels, is urging Japan not to resume this practice.
Thank you, Attorney General. Supplementary question, Senator Whish-Wilson.
Yes, Mr. President. Minister Hunt also quoted, "The government should stop turning a blind eye to the whaling in our waters and should have a customs vessel in the Southern Ocean. It's finally time for the government to be focusing on protecting our waters rather than protecting their own back." Now, the coalition government did go into the last election with a promise to send a customs patrol vessel. Will you send it this summer to monitor the Japanese fleet as they head south to slaughter our whales?
Attorney General.
Well, Senator Whish-Wilson, I think, if I may say so, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We are taking this matter up with the Japanese to see if they can be persuaded not to resume the practice of whaling. Might I respectfully suggest that we wait and see how those diplomatic representations, what is the outcome of those diplomatic representations. In the event that those diplomatic representations are not met with success, then that is certainly an option before the government.
Thank you, Attorney. Senator Whish-Wilson, final supplementary question.
Thank you, Attorney. I am disappointed that you've said this issue won't affect our broader bilateral agreements on issues such as trade. Why wouldn't the Prime Minister raise this issue in relation to a multi-billion-dollar submarine contract when he meets the Japanese in 2 weeks' time?
Attorney General.
Well, Senator Whish-Wilson, perhaps you misunderstood me. I didn't say the Prime Minister wouldn't be raising the issue with the Prime Minister of Japan. I said that this matter will be being pursued at the highest levels.